Welcome to another night in Gotham, where a newly discovered beast struggles with his inner demons, and some old friends rekindle connections. One being kicked out of the city, and the other one immersing herself in its many spheres. We find ourselves at a bar owned by Titus. Amber and Town will probably be there. I'm not sure about Patience. She'll probably come in whenever she feels comfortable. Without further ado, let's get into it. So, all right. So Amber and Talon walk into a bar. Everybody dies. No.
No, everybody falls in love first, then dies.
That's a cruel mistress, but it works.
That's how we work together.
You love me, Arrow and Neck. I still love you.
Right.
This is Cupid's arrow. Why? Because you won't care about anything else when you're dead.
You are so fucking warm and fuzzy. You are.
Oh my god. So oh wow. So far this has been an interesting what? It's been like 3 days? 4 days?
About that, yeah. We probably met Titus yesterday or the day before. That would have been like last night, and then we met Anthony during the day, and we're still kind of human, so we probably slept at least somewhere in there. And then this is the nightlife of Gotham, and we're at the bar, this like shitty dive bar where we're like,
all of it.
We should probably keep an eye on this guy because he seems dangerous.
Right. We're here waiting to actually talk to Titus, I'm sure, to make sure he's all good, because he wasn't quite in the most stable of places when he left.
Here's the starter manual to being beasts. Please don't kill everybody in your vicinity. It's generally frowned upon. Keep your hands inside the ride at all times, and your horror in your head. So...
It's okay.
Yes, everything you fear is real. No, it's not always out to get you, just most of the time.
Just when you're a tad bit hungry. Any bit hungry. Like
all the time hungry.
Oh yeah.
So we'll say they probably find a booth, and yeah, Tom will probably just get some amalgamation of different alcohols put into a glass. Because it's a dive bar. He can order whatever he wants. They're probably going to look at him funny, but he just walks up to the booth and he's got like whiskey, tequila, rum, and whatever, just all in a fucking glass. That sounds Talon.
Horribly offensive. Yeah, I want to try some. Like... Yeah, you're still the same. Not normal.
You're not normal. When was I ever normal?
Exactly.
And Andrew's here.
Yay!
So we're all at the dive bar, Andrew, and Talon and Amber have just found a booth. Talon has his usual disturbing drink, and they're kind of just catching up on old times because our walk through the slums was interrupted by a bit of a crazy person too, so...
A rather posh crazy person.
Yeah. I'm just gonna waltz up to you and shake all your hands in the middle of the street. I don't know any of you, but we're friends now. And it's like, And Town the whole time it's just like, what?
People coming up to me?
What is this? I don't understand. Purple bubble. Anyway. Oh, Akman-chan might be here soon.
Yeah, Ty's probably gonna be here.
So
we're probably just catching up. I still have to figure out what the hell this group is all about.
What do you mean?
Well, I just kind of got popped in at, hey, people need to eat. Oh, okay, I can kind of help with that.
Oh, fair enough.
And then, oh, hey, you're getting sent somewhere. I can kind of help with that. Oh, hey, another hungry person. I can kind of help with that.
It's just one thing after another. Yeah. Welcome to supernatural life.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess this would be a decent opportunity to fill you in on some recent events,
Mhm.
while Andrew and Patience pick in a roughly time, whatever, to show up.
Yeah, whenever they want.
So, Talon's so not the person to do this. He's like, so I recently came back, clearly. Oh, we have private chat. And Talon just wants to hurt. So, I keep running into these people, if they can even be called people. They all seem pretty useful, pretty helpful as well. But recently we took out a big player. I'm sure you've heard of the Riddler.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was us.
Oh, I was just a tad too late then. Fuck. I was wondering why my client just dropped me all of a sudden. Just like, oh hey, yeah, I don't need you anymore. Wait. I was kind of hired for something. Okay.
Wait, you were working
No
for the Riddler? That we just,
No,
murdered?
no.
Okay.
No.
I was
Not
like,
working
well, that's
for
a
the
bad
Riddler.
idea.
Somebody
fine.
wanted intel on them, and then he died. And then I'm like, well, doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, if he's dead, I guess.
If he's dead, you can't do much.
Oh, there's plenty you could still do to a corpse, but that's a different discussion.
Not my forte, but I mean, if necrophilia is your thing.
Some people can.
It's a very different discussion.
Some people can speak with the dead. Okay.
That's not where I went, but okay.
Clearly,
What do you expect?
not much. Okay, that may have been a little rough.
Andrew might be privy to Amber's family, but her hungers are something else entirely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Andrew's known for a while now that Talon is a Oogaloo predator, and a short while ago learned that Amber is an Inguma.
Wait, did Andrew actually learn that?
It's reflexive.
Ah.
Or actually, if you wanted to, you could do a clash and make him roll with your layers and penalty, but that's up to you.
Composure, I believe, but yeah.
Composure plus layer because of alien mindset. Because you're
Ah.
questioning her, getting
Yeah.
intel.
Yeah, well, I would kind of want to keep that secret. I do like my secrets.
Fair enough. That
Unless
would be
I'm out here like, hey, guess what?
fair enough. That'd be your highest resistance traits for both of you and your layer.
So it would be like
Stamina, resolve, composure, whichever one's highest, and then your layer.
okay.
On the left side of your attributes, you'll see a second set of categories: resistance, finesse, and
Yeah, I
power.
see that.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you.
And then in the dice channel.
Hold on, I thought kinship was wits and occult plus lair.
Minus composure, and if they're fundamentally human, their integrity is taken off as well. This is a Clash of Wills for alien mindset, because you're discerning information about her.
Oh,
Yeah.
fair enough.
And alien.
What am I
mindset
looking for?
Just,
Just a straight up Clash of Wills because it's alien mindset before doing kinship.
So my highest of the three plus my lair?
Yeah, highest resistance plus lair. That's the Clash of Wills, and then whoever wins, you either take your lair off or you don't.
okay.
All right, what's your highest resistance trait, Amber?
It would be composure.
So 3.
Yep.
And your lair's 2 or
Yep,
3.
75.
Okay. So 5 dice. Sasha R5 D10 greater than 7.
Might want to let Amachan in.
Oh, fair enough. So he doesn't take your lair off. All right. So you don't take your lair off. You just take her composure, which is 3. Oh, I'm retarded. Alien Mindset's a persistent effect, so she gets 4 more dice, but that's okay.
Oh, okay. But either way,
Where
Yeah,
the scene
forward.
set?
It's at your dive bar.
Oh, nice.
Well, you're the one that wanted the scene.
I
Yeah,
said I
set it
will
up.
be.
but
I'm really sorry. I thought I
It's
said I
okay.
will be there in like 20 minutes, and then you guys like set it up and waiting for me already.
so wait. So I would have it would actually be instead of 5, it'd be 9 dice.
So, Clash of Wills specifically get more dice the longer an effect lasts. And Alien Mindset is persistent / indefinite, so you get +4 dice.
Plus 4 dice. So it would okay.
Yeah.
And it's greater than or equal to 7.
No, greater than 7, or you could use greater than or equal to 8. The math is the same. I just use greater than 7 because it's less characters, and it makes sense.
Yeah.
It's aesthetically pleasing. Don't ask me why. I don't know.
May I ask who's in the bar right now?
I only had 1 success. Holy shit.
Oh shit.
Talon-
I think it's only
yeah,
Talon and Amber.
Yeah, for now it's Talon and Amber. I said other people can show up as they
Yeah.
see fit.
So basically, what I will say like this is the bar is a bit changed. It is not. It doesn't have its like own unique fucked upness anymore. It now has its own unique dive barness.
So now it's looking more or less like a shit house and more
Exactly.
like a shitty
Proper
bar.
dive bar.
Proper dive bar. Sweet.
Exactly.
More like a Jimbo's.
So like the Top Hat here in town.
Probably like the best bar in the slums, which
Doesn't say much.
doesn't say
Just
much.
like a Sue.
But like
Either one.
people are like kind of like afraid of Titus. After his behavior yesterday, so it is like enough. Like there's not a lot of people who's like giving strange looks to everyone. There's not people like walking in with like shotguns anymore.
Good deal. That's makes me feel much safer.
There is this feeling, and like he actually when you guys sit on a bar, Titus is actually talking with a phone. He looks much calmer from
Good deal.
yesterday. Yesterday, it seems like he is not carrying the mountain that he was carrying yesterday, the mountain of anger. And he
Right.
turns to you guys and he's, hi.
Hello. Love what you've done with the place.
Thanks. I worked literally all night yesterday.
Quick change around.
I needed to turn the shithole into a proper place where we can be ourselves.
Well, within reason, of course.
Exactly.
Yeah, you don't want to draw the wrong kinds of attention. You got some.
I want to draw all the attention.
You already have my attention.
Oh, I know.
That's good to know. He
We were-
pours whiskey for two of you. And actually, he's going to not be a dick to you two and says, what do you guys want to drink?
Talon's already got his, and it's like all kinds of fucked up. So we'll just
He just pours the whiskey into the glass.
pretty
It's
much.
already there.
He kind of puts the whiskey bottle in front of you guys and says, have fun.
I take the bottle. I take the whole freaking bottle.
Yeah,
Didn't realize.
shit.
Yeah, Talon just like gives you the sideways look, like cocks his head a bit. I didn't think you were. You can tell he's got that look. Like, are you an alcoholic?
I'm not an alcoholic.
Don't worry.
So how was your night, guys?
Eventful.
Yeah. Well, last night we were here, so you know how that went. As
That's true.
for the day, we spent a little time catching up. You know how it goes. Speaking of, where the fuck you been all these years?
Here, man. Not a lot of things changed.
He's been around.
I was,
Yeah, I'm the one that hasn't been around.
I try to, survive as
Hmm.
most people do.
Everyone has their own methods they learn, I guess.
How much would I actually know about him? Because he would have been underground society.
So does Amber has like way of knowing the underworld?
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know if he has
Yep.
status or contacts or what, but
Like I got both.
I think contacts.
contacts are for specific groups. So like police or libraries or
Okay,
scientists.
I have to remember how this goes because like I specialize in these fields of knowing these fields. So like
Okay.
I specialize in high society and underground society. So
Oh,
I
that's yeah,
specialize
that's
in
your
the science side.
socialized specialty. Yeah.
I'm gonna say this like because like you're a PC and hopefully you're not gonna fuck me over.
No,
He has a group called Ghost Crew.
pretty
It
well
is
known, I'd imagine.
they're not like the best bros around, but like he has underworld status too.
Okay.
So he entered jail for punching a cop.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how much of this stuff my character would actually
You probably
know.
know at least about the crew, maybe not about. Well, he told you he punched the cop.
Yeah.
Last
Yeah,
night. But
he told us last night,
Mhm.
but
And I would also say that like in the prison he kind of gained some notoriety. I don't know if that's the right word, but like he got like
yeah.
they kind of gave him like that like this guy's cool, this guy's dangerous type of fame without
Okay.
having a fame, and he was given a nickname called the Burning Man, as
The infamous Burning
Yeah.
Man.
infamous Burning Man. And like the reason he's called the Burning Man is the rival gang, tried to burn him alive.
right.
For some reason, it didn't work, and there are rumors of him having like, what was the name of that?
Plastic surgery.
Plastic surgery. Yes.
Zeus. Mouthful of food.
So,
And
how
I
long
was
have you been
here.
out of prison?
I was left for 6 months for punching a pig.
No, I mean like how long have you been out? Was
Just yesterday.
oh, okay.
Yeah, man. That's why I found my bar in like this insane way. That's why I was really mad.
He was so mad, man.
He needed.
I was.
He did.
I needed a lot of things. Like I don't want to say out loud what I needed, but it's just like nah.
Hey, Patience, are you actually at the bar?
Not yet. I was planning on coming in whenever it felt appropriate,
That's fair.
Okay. So you're probably
or awkward at an awkward enough time that it's funny.
okay.
Oh, man. So
Alright.
3 childhood friends sit down at a booth. One's got a fucked up drink. One's got a bottle of whiskey, and we're all like, yeah, strange world we find ourselves in. One just gets out of prison, and the other one's casually surfing social circles like clothes.
Okay.
And we're just catching up, like, okay.
Yeah.
Titus asked, it's his time to ask. So, what are you guys were doing?
Well, I was thrown out of town.
I would have backstory time.
Yeah, I hope you came up with something, Amber.
A
Anyway,
little bit.
so yeah, Talon will tell Titus that he was essentially taken out of town. Not kicked out in the sense that he's like banished or exiled, just someone decided it was in his best interest to not be here anymore.
He just kind of disappeared for a while.
And he'll straight up tell you, like, well, to you two anyway, quietly, yeah, I've been hanging out with the wolves for probably 15 years.
Wait, wolves are real? Like you mean werewolves, right?
You just get this look, like the one time Talon's trying not to be socially awkward, and you had to ruin it.
Mate, don't look at me weirdly. I don't know. I was in prison when this happened. Do you know what we have in prison? Bunch of dumbasses and, more dumbasses.
So, Talon, you've been back in society for how long?
I think 2 weeks or so.
Wow,
Something
you
like
have
that, like-
really upped your civilization game in 2 weeks. Good job. I'm proud of you.
Like less than a month. I know that much. We basically hopped into. Oh, we're fighting the Riddler. Oh, your club got attacked. Man, shit's really hitting the fan. I guess you need my help. Cool. Okay.
Wait, that shit is true? Like, we were making fun of that thing in the prison. Is it like club got attacked with a tank in front of it?
Just Talon just like that sort of sarcastic, like tilted head, kind of draws his head towards you. Look, with the half closed eyes. He's like, "Yeah, that's true."
Man, that's strange. Tank in a city, huh? Oh, I don't know what the fuck I need to do now. I was thinking about like buying shotguns to my guys, but it's like we people have tanks now.
Like, keep in mind, Talon's view of society is very skewed. So he's like, "So that's not normal."
No, there's dude, like imagine if you have seen me angry, if like we had a tank in front of this place holding its barrel towards my place, I would be like livid.
I mean, yeah, you'd be mad, but like you don't have it. Well, of course you wouldn't have a tank, but he just kind of trails off.
Man, it's just like weird about like some gangster having a tank, that's all I'm saying.
It's not
Oh.
just some gangster, but yeah, close enough.
So I'm just a some gangster and the other guy's not some gangster. Gotcha.
Oh. God
Good to
damn.
know.
Good to know.
Tal's not saying anything. He's just like, oof. I don't need to know how that works. I know that was an arrow.
Not being rude or anything, of
Of
course.
course not. Haha, sure. He's kidding. He's not taking back. He's just joking around. It's obvious from his face.
Oh, I guess it's my turn to share what I've been doing. I've been, I grew up with Talon for those short, would have been 5 years of my life.
Yeah, about that.
5, 6, yeah. Kind of the same kind of deal. In the slums, creating havoc. I got to see him kind of become him. I gesture towards you, like him.
he just shrugs like, yeah. No, I was devoured young. Or he'll say he was taken young. A little
Yeah.
bit more publicly acceptable.
Yeah. Shortly after that, after he left, I was, of course, taken this form. I had taken this form, is how I put it. And decided to, try to make it in the world using my feminine wiles, you would per se. Yeah. And so I've been freelancing here and there, trying to do some shady shit all the time. And that's about all you're going to get out of me right now. So I've been around.
I've been around. If you're that shady shit, that's all you're getting. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
If it's
I don't judge people for shady shit.
I would sure
well, you're a
hope not.
gangster.
That would
so-
be kind of hypocritical.
Everyone is a little bit hypocritical.
So wait. So it's just
So
that's been. And then I just hear Talon's in town, and I'm like, I'm gonna find him. I found him. It wasn't hard.
oh, okay. He just
wasn't
downs
hard.
the rest of his drink. Like what?
You guys have a past? He looks at both of them.
Oh, I was under the impression we all knew each other as kids. But yeah.
Me and him.
No, as in like, he's asking like, are you guys like were lovers or some shit? Basically,
Oh,
and he said,
not,
We're like-
you guys
not
are
at that age, no.
I was 5. He was 7.
Oh shit, okay.
Yeah.
If you guys
Yeah.
were 8, it will be okay, but yeah, 7 is too much.
Too young. There. Too young.
That's what he says as a joke, by the way. Like he has a dark sense of humor.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
That's when the door opens.
Just this awkward silence.
His door opens. Patience comes in wearing a white floral dress that looks entirely too expensive for this entire fucking neighborhood.
Talon will
A white
wave you
floral
over.
dress.
Yeah, white floral flowy dress.
What is she doing?
A lot of
That catches
FL
my
words.
attention right away. I'm like, she's way too bright for this place.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. Let me just take care of her. I think I remember her.
Oh,
Titus.
Talon waved her over when she opened the door. But if you want to do something, go ahead.
Oh no, he was right about to get up, and like when you raise her hand, he sits down, and he's like, "Oh, should you
Oh,
know
okay.
him?"
Yeah, sort of.
Hey,
The socially awkward person is being very social.
I know all the people, but I don't really know them. I just kind of keep an eye on them. I'm
You're
not
the
sure
glue
if
that
that's
holds the
worse.
city together.
I'm the awkward glue. Okay.
You're the silly glue.
He's the melted horse.
Okay. Oof.
like when Patience comes in, Titus kind of turns and says, "Hey, Duchess, any way we can help?"
Hello.
Talon will
I thought I was
offer
supposed to be
her the
here.
rest of his drink.
She looks over at you guys, looking a little bit confused. Like, I thought there was bird in here.
What's in here? Birds?
Yeah, they're not here anymore. I
Yeah,
know
there's
where.
no birds here now. We never had birds here. With all due respect, man. But if you want some good drinks, we have some good drinks.
Sure.
I hold my bottle of whiskey out to her. Want a drink?
Everyone's just offering her alcohol. Like, "Here, take it."
she'll like come over very flowy, happy sort of walk. That's
Trying to be
she
a
could
Disney
not
princess.
be more obviously not from around here.
Titus has the look of like John Travolta in the that movie where he's like looking
so
around
confused.
like
Yeah.
exactly. He's confused. He's like, did I do a good job at this bar? Wow, you're coming good.
I straight up ask her, "Are you lost?"
I'm never lost. Are you?
No, no.
Talon
It
kind
just
of like
don't seem like you. This would be a place you'd come to.
Oh, that's
Never
alright. I'm
lost?
fine.
What was that?
never lost.
Well, when you're lost, you always get found, don't you?
I don't know.
Sure. Let's go with that
Sure.
logic.
Yeah, let's go with that logic.
I
Are
think the
you,
way
like-
it's supposed
are
to
you an
go is that
evangelist or something?
those who wander are never lost.
Oh yeah, that's a Tolkien
Yes.
quote, which is nice.
She's been wandering a lot of places in this town.
Does Andrew comes in?
And Andrew will enter, kind of shaking off rain from his coat.
Okay, I get up because I like making Talon react.
What?
So I get up and I run over to Andrew and I look like, of course I'm playing it off super huge, but I'm like super excited, like, "Hi!"
Patience
You
is
got-
just gonna take her place. Take her
Oh
seat.
no.
Oh my god.
Poor Andrew. He doesn't know either of these people. Suddenly he's got two
We're
bimbos
not
on his
Andrew.
arms. Oh
What?
yeah, you
Oh,
know-
Patience is taking Amber's seat.
Yeah.
He
Oh,
doesn't
okay.
know. Andrew doesn't know Amber very well, but
No, but we met.
we've met.
Oh man.
He'll think about it for a second, then he smirks and kind of like leads her back to the table.
Well, that was awkward, but well. He
Talon's,
lights a
like,
cigarette.
glaring.
Titus lights a cigarette. Andrew, welcome.
And because he can, he will try to kiss her on the forehead before she sits down.
Wait,
Talon's gonna reach out with two fingers and put out Titus's smoke at this point. Like, there's only so much bullshit I can handle.
He's looking at you like, what's going on?
so he takes a seat before me. I'm like, how rude.
What's rude?
Because I'm over here standing and he took my seat.
Oh,
No,
shit,
I
okay.
took your seat.
Well,
Titus,
first of all, she took my seat, but she's just adorable, so we're not gonna mess with that.
Titus kind of gets up and like points at his seat and then tries to grab another one for himself.
Thank you. At least some of
Everyone's
us aren't
falling all over
uncivilized.
themselves for this chick. Talon's just like taking notes in his head. He's just like, fuck, man.
Yeah,
This all over again.
I guess
I-
Andrew will drag a seat close to the table.
what's wrong with smoking? I don't understand.
Those of us with above average dispositions find it extremely distasteful, especially indoors.
Once again, I would remind Talon that this is cyberpunk Gotham. I don't know when those laws got tossed out, but
Yeah,
You don't know when. Okay, well that's fair. It's not the law. It's more. This guy has incredibly heightened senses, and you're like a foot away from his face smoking a cigarette.
he says like, dude, then tell me, don't like act full, alpha male like.
Oh, that wasn't that wasn't about you necessarily,
Mm-mm.
but I'm sure Titus could at least pick up on that much.
Oh, okay then. He wouldn't say it then.
Yeah. He literally took Andrew's cigarette. Was just like, nope, no.
No, it was Titus's cigarette.
Titus,
Yeah.
Titus.
Titus's. Got it.
Yeah, that's why he's saying like, like don't act
You
like
don't
a
have
fool.
to.
Yeah, but he says, okay, I'm not gonna smoke here. Near you guys, at least.
Good deal, good deal.
So Andrew, welcome. What would you like to drink?
oh, I think I'll just stick to water right now.
I snatch my bottle of whiskey back from Patience.
Patience never took it. Just,
Oh, she didn't? I handed it to her, so I don't know if she took
Oh.
it.
if you hadn't told her, she would have taken it, but she hasn't drunk enough of anything. She's just
Okay.
holding it.
I take it back. Just like, mine.
Okay.
He just gives you a smile. I can expect this.
She holds her liquor really well with both hands.
Oh my god.
That's great.
So like you guys were saying, you guys were like having a good night with like eventful stuff.
Oh, it
After-
was today.
Yeah,
That
we
was
ran into
today.
another one of us. Greener than you, probably maybe.
Yeah, he was. Well, the only reason he was greener is he got told and then left, I think.
So like, what's this guy's name?
I'll mull it over a sec. Like, his name was David.
Gotcha. Is he a cop?
He seems too rich to be a cop, but he had yellow eyes.
What's yellow eye means?
Well, I know
Liver disease.
that he kind of gestures to patients. I know they're kind of scared of that thing, but
Huh?
I think it's just. He said it was genetics, and Anthony went along with it, so I'm inclined to take it at that for now.
Gotcha.
There's some weird shit in town, man.
There's a fucking bunch of stupid shit in town, and yeah, you're right.
What's next? We pissing rainbows?
I kind of thought it was like when I was gonna go back and go outside, it was gonna be all different. But then I realized it's like, oh no, it's kind of shitty.
It's Gotham. I mean, what do you expect?
Well, I didn't expect you, but yeah.
I mean, every tunnel's got a light at the end somewhere, right?
I don't know. I think tunnel that I'm going doesn't have a light in the end.
It's like the nicest thing Talon's ever said, but this is just like, I'm too edgy for this. I am now Sasuke.
Oh my god. Oh, I really hope I wasn't the only one that got that.
Did Amber heard what Titus said?
Yes, I did. And you just see me like kind of chuckle, give a smirk, because I know exactly what you're talking about. I'm just like, yeah, you wish.
He kind of looks at you, and then he realizes what he means. What he like, what he said can be understood as.
Right.
I mean, the people to which I do my job. You know, we don't have a lot of light in the end.
I roll my eyes and go, sure.
Talon's already going to the bar and just. There's no like recipe here. He's just like, that looks good. Maybe some of this, maybe some of that. Just what comes back with like 6 different liquors in a glass.
That's
I'm gonna have to step out because apparently all these drivers can't get into the restaurants that they keep going to. So I'm gonna go do it myself.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Sorry, man.
What?
So I need to go get myself food because nobody wants
Oh.
to deliver.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Sorry, man.
See ya.
All right, see ya.
My neighbor says, like, oh, sure. Probably he's just going to shrug, He doesn't need to explain himself.
Not at all. But I'm gonna take it in the most perverted way possible.
Completely.
And play on that, of course. Make you seem like make me seem like totally offended that you would ever say
Mhm.
something to a lady of my looks and stature.
Says someone from the underworld.
Shh.
Said someone sitting right next to a fucking Disney princess.
So,
I'm really interested in this character.
Pete, it was, I don't remember your name. I think it was something about, like, hope, mercy, virtue, or something like that.
Oh, it's a virtue.
Patience.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You came here before. I remember you.
You do?
Yeah.
That's nice.
But you didn't, like, flipping around when you were coming here first time. I know, like, you were kind of like, the way you walk, you didn't have that vibe when you were first coming here.
Mm.
Oh. Yeah. Things happen.
Mm. Things change.
Sometimes there's fires, and sometimes there's people get burnt. She just like blinks a little, and then
I'm over here like I am now like straight up intense into this conversation. I'm like, does she know who she's talking to?
she just blinks. Is like, anyway. So yeah, things happen. I met my dad. That was fun.
Talon will actually speak up here. And when she was there when we handled the Riddler. Scorched earth policy, apparently.
So, I'm really curious. Is the Riddler guy is like really dude who leaves riddles and like mocks people with his riddles?
He's a clever one, but he's dead, so.
Who killed him?
Fire.
No. Fire killed his compatriots, his companions, but
I don't
it
know.
was
I got preoccupied.
it was another one of her kind and myself that finished the job.
Oh, see, I really wanted you to say his name, so I could have insulted his name as Titus, but okay. No, it's fine. Don't quit. But Titus, no, it's a good job, man. I don't know, like I didn't see it, but it seems like a cool fight.
I missed it.
Aw.
I'm sorry for you, hon.
Talon kind of gives Amber a nod, like she missed it, but actually ended up in his lair.
I got scared and ran into a lair. It didn't work that effective.
Wow.
Yeah.
I just like look at you and just shake my head. Like, really? You poor soul.
It's okay. It was nice in there. Bit lonely. I couldn't find the guy I was looking for a while.
Oh, yeah, we found him. And somebody. Speaking of, there are some pretty big players left in town. The Riddler was reasonably challenging, but. And he gets, like, in on the table, like his hands on the table, he's like, leaning in. There's someone who can scoop people out of our homes without a
lot of people
trace.
can do that.
That's
Are you talking about the harbor guy?
Indeed.
That's
Oh,
some
the
cool shit,
mermaid.
though.
It's not too often you run into someone who can reach that deep in the dream.
So he's like our distant cousin.
It didn't feel right. I don't think he was one of us.
So what are we doing? Are we hunt him down?
I'd like to ask him a few questions. He seems to have his fingers in many.
All the honeypots.
Yeah.
I don't think
If you need a muscle and some cunning individuals, I think I can help.
He just kind of chuckles and he's like, I know you haven't known me for a while, but I can handle myself in a fight. But I appreciate the offer, and I might just take you up on it.
I'll need all the help I can get. I'm
Oh,
just
what
a
can I help
dainty
you
little
with?
woman.
Dylan's giving you this look again, like, yeah.
Titus gives a look to Amber. I'm sorry, what did you say? What you are?
She said she's a dainty lady.
No, he's asking her. He's asking her specifically. What did you say? I'm curious. I didn't get it.
Do you see me? Do I look like I could fight?
Yes.
I don't judge
I
people
love you,
based on looks.
Patience. You're amazing.
Thank you. I can't fight.
I don't
I
judge
know
people
why I
based on
can't.
looks.
I would need help to flip this table, okay?
Oh, I can fight better than you then.
Probably.
Sorry.
Just straight out.
Well, she's a Disney princess. They kind of don't have any kind of filter.
Yeah, neither does Talon, but we don't call him a princess.
No, but Dal
Are you
doesn't think he's
sure?
a princess.
At least not to your face.
So, Talon, you say you can handle yourself.
Yeah, he actually pulled out his bow and set it on the table. I'm one of the best in the world.
Man, looks cool shit.
She like
Nope.
reaches out to like touch it. It's like
It's
just
like,
puts her
nope.
finger on it.
Nope.
I'm I can handle myself, I think. I'm not gonna say I'm the best in the best badass ever, but hopefully one day.
Oh, he wasn't even trying to be pretentious about it. Like he knows. He's confident.
No, Titus also looks confident, but he's not saying like I'm the best motherfucker ever. He's just like,
Fair enough.
yeah, I can handle myself. I'm not saying I'm the best. I want to be though one day.
Wait a minute, I forgot my bag. And she's like runs out.
Yeah?
Just comes back with her giant ass handbag.
What the fuck is in that? Why do you need something that big? To just stroll.
Just stroll.
Because I need to have my things in there.
Is that all your things?
There's enough. This is in bag big enough to have a saw in it.
And she pulls out like a cast iron skillet.
What? Do you have a home?
Yeah. Oh, big home. Nice forest.
Wait, you grew up in
Fine.
the forest?
Yeah, no. I have a forest.
Oh,
You have a forest?
Yeah, a magical forest.
Guys, I'm losing it, but yeah. So what's magical forest?
Well, it grows hands on the trees, and oh, it has a pond. It's
Oh.
nice.
Wow. Well,
Well
okay.
then, okay then. That looks cool.
Right? I think she's on something else. I whispered to Talon. Is she okay? Like,
Patience, were you with the big
all there?
fat Larry? Were you with the fat Larry?
I have
Pat
no
Larry.
idea what that is.
Is one of his names of one of his men who sells
Oh.
drugs in the street.
Oh, Fat Larry. Okay. He's asking if you're on drugs.
Yeah, basically.
Does she say that? He's asking if you're on drugs.
No, he's basically saying like, have you seen Fat Larry? Like, did you come here after seeing Fat Larry?
Oh no, no. I don't like him.
He's a womanizer. He's cool.
He's like old people.
He's like what?
He stinks like old people.
Yeah. I don't understand half of the things he says, but yeah. He does a good job. He sells a lot. He got a lot of friends. And he got a WAN, actually. That's kind of cool. Talon, you should see this guy. He has like this zombie pack. You know what zombie pack is?
He uses shrugs.
He's like, you watch so many zombie movies. So he's like, if a zombie apocalypse comes, this is what you need. And he sells that shit. And some people buys it.
Oh,
Does it have an axe?
Yeah, he has an axe. He has like food inside of it and the markers. I
So
think
like
he
stuff
has, like,
humans need them.
Yeah, stuff humans need.
so like put a fucking iron skillet back into a bag.
So, Patience, what do you do? Because I'm familiar with these two. You seem familiar, but you were there. What did you do?
Nights ago.
Hmm?
We met a few nights ago again. I hadn't seen you in a long time. It was nice.
That's-
You didn't remember me.
Oh, I mean, you're still not very good at hiding.
No.
Nope.
I mean, I could if I wanted to, but
Clearly.
why would I? You're nice.
Maybe next time we take on a criminal conglomerate, you'll keep that advice in mind. He just takes a swig of his drink and he's just like, I'm surrounded by crazy people.
Excuse me, I'm not that crazy,
Man, you
That's
kind
It's
of
ironic
right
coming
now.
from Talon, though.
right?
He didn't say
Kinda
that out
insult
loud.
me though, Talon. Oh, okay.
It's just like, what the fuck have I got myself into, kind of, you know?
You want to know what really happened?
Well, I know where you ended up. He kind of like has a gesture with his hands outwards that the beast would be familiar with.
Well, yeah, I'm here. Obviously. But no. What happened was that I went looking for my father, and then I met some people who said they knew him, and then it went chomp chomp, and well, I ended up meeting my father, but it took like a year or so. 2 maybe.
So you're acquainted with your condition.
Obviously.
Yeah, I've been running into a lot of newbies lately. It's kind of crazy.
I mean, technically, we're all newbies.
In a sense, you're always new to something, but I
Yeah.
more mean it's your first night out kind of deal.
Oh no.
Yeah, you've clearly been around the block.
You said black.
Well, I'm not putting it in holes like a toy. Like, we're not matching shapes here.
No, that's children's game. I would do that.
Just, just
I'm over
just
here
let him look.
like,
Yeah.
you'd have to know how to do that to do it. Don't seem like the one you would know. I didn't actually say that. Sorry, I was mumbling. Like,
Yeah, if you,
seem like
even
I
if you
kinda did
mumbled,
steal.
so we
So,
kind of have our.
let me get this straight. So, Talon, you know her. I point to Patience, and she knows your home. Is that what I know? Is that how I got?
She's been there briefly, and yeah.
And she was kind of skittishly there when you killed the Joker. Or not Joker, Riddler, sorry.
She fear frenzied because they basically flamethrower the entire place. She's a vampire, fear frenzy. I had my lair down. She ended up in the lair.
Right, okay.
So the vampire's afraid of,
This is me actually in character trying to figure
Oh,
this
it's in character. Okay, I
Yeah.
thought you were trying to
I
get
doubt-
caught up with.
I
your-
doubt
That's
you
why.
would've told
That's
me
why Patience was
straight
like,
up.
shh, don't tell him.
I thought you were like lost for a second there. Okay, no, in
No.
character he'd be like, yeah, she ended up in my home briefly.
I scared someone, and then someone scared me. It's all right.
So, I hear a lot about fire. You scared of fire, Patience?
You should be.
I mean, it's fun to dabble with it here and there.
Fire
no.
is cool.
I could see Titus like mixing that drink, and instead of using the barbecue lighter, he's just like.
Maybe one day. Not today, but maybe one
Please
day.
not today. I don't want to frenzy again.
I'm just asking simple questions. I'm trying to figure out who you are.
Nobody knows. She doesn't even know herself. But no, Talon's
I have
like,
a very skewed version of what I used to know.
yeah. You're trying to learn something I'm not sure is. He's not gonna say knowable, but you can tell he's like trying to find a word for it, and he's just he just ends up drinking again.
I'm just trying to get acquainted with our new friend.
You're my friend too.
That was
Yay,
fast.
friends.
Well, I know you.
Make
Wait, I
friends
don't
very fastly.
Know you anymore, but I know you.
You know me.
Yeah.
We were all childhood friends.
That's
Wait,
well, if we
do
are-
both of you have eidetic memory?
I do.
Okay.
Titus has.
Oh, so Titus is actually. So Amber and Titus are actually a little bit more in the loop then, because they still possibly remember that stuff, depending on when they
Okay.
got that eidetic memory.
I would
That
have
doesn't
got
mean
it.
you recognize this as much.
Hmm.
Whatever page
Yeah.
it's turned into.
We would have recognized that it was still her,
Uh-huh.
as long as her physical attributes didn't change extremely.
She's not a Nosferatu, guys.
Yeah. That's right. I'm not David. I'm like pretty much the same. Just a bit older.
Right.
Titus is gonna look at Patience and he's gonna be like, "How's your, your kid?
A what?
Your kid?
I have a kid?
Doesn't Titus remember that she has a kid?
Oh, she was the kid of a single mother.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was kind of her. That's how we might have known her, as we would have
So,
been
yeah.
hoodlums together.
Yeah, that's why like Titus
We're all
is asking
slum
right now,
kids.
like, how was your kid? And like she's like, I don't remember my kid. That's why.
Hmm.
So Titus just gonna slowly say like, yeah, you did.
I think you remember me wrong.
I look at
He looks
my
at
face.
Amber.
No, you definitely remember wrong. It was we used to. She was the willy-nilly one that we kind of make fun of growing up.
Yeah, I wanted to be a princess, and now I am
that
one.
That one. Yes. You know, trying to make tiaras out of garbage is definitely princess-like.
I have an actual tiara now.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
great.
made
You'll
out of
have
the
to
blood of
show
your
it-
enemies.
You'll have to show it to me sometime.
I didn't bring it. I should have. I'm sorry.
I'm surprised you didn't with that huge fucking bag.
See if I can find.
It's like a bag of holding.
See if I can
only.
find the fucking bag. Again. Let's actually post a photo so you can actually see what kind of fucking bag it is. This is ridiculous. Fuck. Minicam. Oops, that's not the photo I wanted.
Okay then.
That's my bag.
Hi.
Wow.
That doesn't. Oh god.
That is Makara using Ravenous Maw apparently.
That's my bag.
Oh my god.
Holy cow. Goodness gracious.
The amount of
Yes,
extra.
yes, there is a good reason I'm making a big deal of this then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks as obnoxious as that. I'm just like
Alan's thankful that Amber's not.
yeah, nowhere near
Who's
that.
though?
I'm more of I guess I'd be more of like
Socially obnoxious. She's visually obnoxious.
yeah. Yeah. I'm only
Titus is
socially
just
obnoxious when I
obnoxious.
can be, okay?
Okay, guys.
Candy though. Is that
You
okay?
could like fit a whole body in that bag.
Don't give Talon any ideas.
I've tried. It doesn't work. You have to split it up, and then you ruin the bag.
Well, that's
Just dye it
that's
red
fine,
and then there's no issue. Or black. Black works too.
No.
No. uh, goodness gracious. Oh, wow. You are definitely a character.
Thank
Should be
you.
Fun getting to know you.
Yeah.
More. Reliving, childhood fantasies in your case.
Well, my daddy is basically a king, so I mean, I was right all along. It's just the rest of you didn't believe me.
Well, we were just like situations, you were in the slums. Ain't nobody rich living there.
Being the king of thieves is hardly royalty.
Very true.
Yeah, well, I don't know what to say to that.
I point at Titus. This might be your Prince Charming.
Talon just gets real for a second. You can be the king of shit, don't mean you're royal.
Paige just looks at Titus, like squints her eyes, like, not today.
Definitely not today. He's working on it.
I don't know what you guys talking about.
She's trying to hook Titus' patience up, and she's just like, not today.
I just broke up my bracelet.
Titus is actually just gonna be like, not tomorrow as well. Don't worry.
Oof.
I'm not good at this whole matchmaking thing, am I?
You're not.
Okay, you're trying.
Gonna sink into the corner with my drink and be like, this is mildly entertaining.
We just gotta take out.
It's not too often I see Amber fail at social things.
Well, I didn't actually try to socially manipulate it, so
I mean, you could certainly try.
I could. Ooh,
Good luck.
ooh, that
Oh
would
no, don't challenge her.
Hmm.
You'll end up married to Titus.
Gonna break up the next day.
No, you
Titus
won't.
gotta be more upset in that relationship that patience is.
Yeah.
He's just
No,
gonna move on.
no. I'll make sure you that is like your ultimate goal kind of deal.
Ooh,
Great.
nothing like.
Patient's so happy. This is out of character, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not actually saying this because not many people know what I do.
Fair,
Talon
fair,
knows
fair.
a little bit. I've been trying
Yeah,
to
just
even when I did bring you guys the meal or whatever, you guys didn't actually witness that. It just looked like I was seducing somebody.
I mean, we understand your social character. And
Right,
Talon
of
understands that you're a little extra. And then Patience is a whole other extra.
Hold on.
Nice.
Alright, so is there anything else we're doing in the bar?
Patience is pulling out lollipops, and they're heart shaped, but they're like hot rod red.
Oh my god.
I just gotta plop one into Talon's drink as quickly as you can.
What?
Are these drugged?
No.
Okay.
I in character ask you this. Is this drugs?
Oh no, I wouldn't do that. My
Okay,
friends.
then I take the lollipop out of Talon's drink. And I
Enjoy
start-
60 different flavors of alcohol.
Right? And
I'll
then I start
choose
sucking
whatever
on it.
flavor that is.
I'm just like, ooh.
That's
There's a
this is-
little bit, like, unless you're paying attention, you wouldn't have caught it, but there's like a little bit of a grimace. Like,
It's
oh,
gotta be worse once you realize what flavor that is.
Titus, who just got out of
oh my
prison
god,
for
what
6
flavor
months.
is it?
I put it down as Mexican flavors with quotation marks. So you pick out from that what you will, other than it's hot as fuck.
Oh no.
I
Combine with
I
the
ch-
alcohol.
ooh my goodness.
That's just perfect.
Oh my god. I'm really trying to hold all of my composure together.
That's probably a result of composure
So you're
roll.
getting redder and redder and redder.
That is probably a resolve composure roll.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna actually roll that.
That's so bad.
Titus like not trying to look at both of them, who's like sucking lollipops.
I think
And
you're
of
one
course,
actually.
I'm doing it extra
Number.
seductively before I pull it out of my mouth. I'm like, this is gross. Hold my
There's
composure.
no. There's no way.
Alright, so it's resolving composure.
Probably with a mild penalty because of how insanely disgusting it is. So maybe like -2 or 3.
I also
We'll
have
say
one
like
in,
-2.
I
so.
also have one in expression. Would that help?
I think like you have striking looks as well, and that would count, in my opinion.
You're trying to be attractive, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I have advanced striking looks.
Yeah, but this isn't a social role. This is literally just trying not to be disgusted by this. Trying to
okay.
just put it
Okay,
in mouth.
but would my expression actually?
No, you're not rolling a
Okay.
skill. You're not rolling a skill. You're just
Okay.
rolling 2 attributes. Resolve
Okay.
composure.
Minus
Take like -2. Fuck it.
-2. Okay.
1 for the alcohol. 1 for the.
Well, the
Jalapeno,
alcohol doesn't
whatever.
taste bad.
No, it's more the conglomeration of disgusting things.
Yeah. I kind of screwed myself over.
And now Talon's drink has some spice to it.
Oh, I mean, I don't think he even notices.
Yeah. It was shitty in the first place.
It's a pretty mild penalty, but you managed to get one.
I got
Hey.
2 successes, right?
No, just one because it's 2 attributes.
Right. Okay.
Titus is not trying to look at Amber or Patience.
As soon as he notices Titus is trying not to look at her, she's gotta just fucking stare at him like, hey,
Ooh, wow.
how long can this last?
Oh goodness. I'm just like, that's a very interesting flavor.
I like it.
I hand it back to you. Here.
She'll take it and just like pop it in her mouth. She's definitely used to it.
You guys want any drinks? Any other drinks?
I
I
still
don't
have
think
like
you carry my.
a third of this
Yeah.
bottle left.
That's true. You'd still do that. Patience, you
Yeah.
want any drinks?
I don't think you have a brand.
Wow.
I have a lot of brands here.
I mean, the neck brand.
Ah, that brand I saw yesterday. No, we don't have that.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't think I'm. Well, you know what? It's like Titus gets like the dollar eyes, as in like maybe I can sell that. It's like
Get yourself hurt.
I just lower my head and shake it like, oh goodness. Does
I mean, he
really
does
wanna
go.
do-
He does break down doors. He's an opportunist.
yeah. He looks at Talon and says, "You want any drinks, man?"
I got what I need. It's okay.
Gotcha. I'm just gonna
What
go
is
and get
that?
it.
12 flavors in one?
Hey, man, it's Dr. Pepper. The adult Dr. Pepper.
Oh my god, 27 different flavors.
The Mexican dog. There's also tequila in there. You mentioned it.
Oh,
yeah.
There is a tequila, and he
Nice.
actually comes with a tequila, and he pours himself, and he slams one shot. Out of curiosity, he says, "This is the thing you were
Wow.
talking about.
Talon's not drunk, or at least not terribly.
The thing you were talking about this guy who, kidnaps or makes people disappear.
Which
Is that like an issue with the cop, or the cops are in that? Are you investigating?
Cops are in what? Sorry, you were saying?
Basically, he's asking the dude that you talked about, like the dude who makes people disappear.
Oh, I don't know. Talon just shrugs because he actually honestly doesn't know anything. He doesn't have a mark, nothing on this guy yet.
Motherfuckers are like all over this place, but when Joker attacks with a tank to a place, it's like, oh no, we're just gonna have a party at the beach house today.
right.
Joker's not a nice.
Do we have any friends in cop? What did you say, patient? Sorry.
Joker's not nice. I saw him once.
Once.
Oh, you don't want to meet him.
No. He's a clown. I don't like him.
Sure.
He's a clown. That's great.
He's a terrifying dude, from what I hear.
Yeah. When
I would
Talon
like-
says you don't want to meet him, it's like, oh.
You know, I would like to go toe to toe with him.
No, you wouldn't.
I do. Do you read my mind as well, neighbor?
No. It's more as a warning than like, oh no, not really. It's more like a warning. No, you don't.
And he says, yes, I do.
I'll start your funeral preparations.
Would
Yeah,
you
he
make
can
a
light his
speech?
own pyre. Well, I mean,
Would you like to make a
I would
speech?
bury him in my garden.
That would be
guys,
cool,
we're
actually.
getting-
Go on, make a speech about me at my funeral.
Getting ahead of ourselves.
He shrugs.
Titus.
I
Well,
just shake my head. Like,
Titus.
lost cause.
Titus.
Titus
The
Fitus.
name,
Oh
name
God.
doesn't rhyme with anything. Tight ass? I
There
don't
you
think
go.
that works.
Guy just like smiles and doesn't say anything. Okay then.
Goodness
Funerals
gracious.
even have to rhyme?
I beg your pardon?
Do funerals even have to rhyme?
I don't know. Does your speech have to rhyme?
Are you writing a poem or a eulogy? And why are we even? Titus isn't that irresponsible.
Different.
I don't know.
Thank you.
We have to be prepared. He's trying to die.
Talon gets a little more serious now because he's like, "How the fuck do you know? Like, are you serious about this?"
Titus shakes his. Titus like gives him a look and like raises his eyebrows. I'm not into dying. I'm into surviving. I'm not interested in being an honorable corpse.
Hmm. Very well. That's good to know. He's trying to be nice, like he's trying to compliment you, but it just comes across like this haphazard, like, oh, that's good to know.
Hey, good deal.
I mean, would you like to be an honorable corpse, Talon?
I mean, if I have to be a corpse, I'd rather be on
He's
the right
not
side
dying.
of.
He's not dying. I interrupt. No, he's not dying. Not allowed.
That's a good one. I wish I had like someone loyal like that.
I can say you're not dying. I don't know if it's true yet.
Thank you,
The
Patience.
best loyalty.
Best loyalty. I approve your loyalty as well. You are now a Dame Patience.
Went from
You're
Dutch-
I reduced her from Duchess
There's-
to a Dame because of her
Princess.
loyalty.
It's your
Mm.
highness to you.
I didn't realize you were running a kingdom here, Titus. Don't just don't get stabbed like Caesar.
Get good, man. Learn everything.
You're not a prince.
Learn everything. He just kind of glances at Amber, like,
Please don't burn things.
I just
I
shrug.
I don't run a
Fire's not fun.
I don't run an empire yet.
I'll be watching when you do.
I might have a hand in this. Here and there.
That wasn't meant to be a threat. That was just telling me that.
That was actually Talon trying to support you.
Yeah.
Confused.
The Titus doesn't say anything. I don't reject help.
You should have a garden. Just basically use some flowers.
As long as they don't put us out of our minds, I do not care.
I'm pretty sure she
Don't
doesn't grow the
mind
Black Lotus.
flowers.
Good deal. Good deal. I don't know what kind of garden she has, except her trees grow hands.
This is true. That is strange.
That is very strange.
I mean, look up Buddha's hand. It's technically a fruit.
Oh my goodness, it's like the fruit of many faces. Oh god. Goodness.
So, Titus, I see you're in more control. Do you have any other questions?
I think my questions should be asking, more private. If you don't mind, of course.
This is Buddha's
Well, he understands. I'm not sure how many people are in the bar at the moment, but we've been kind of cajoling and passing off.
No, he
Vague.
actually says, I want to ask in like even more private.
Oh,
Okay.
There are people in the bar, but he just says, I want to ask it in even more private.
Well, you're the one with the secret room.
I
I can
catch the
maybe.
hint, and I'm like, hey, Patience, I gotta
Yeah?
show you something.
What do you want to show me?
I'm really actually just trying to get you drunk. So I take you up to the bar
Okay.
so that they can talk.
Oh, no.
That's pretty much what it is.
Trying to get a vampire drunk. Good luck.
Right? Oh, it's just curiosity's sake, and I took Titus's hint.
Then Titus like looks at Talon. Your friend got the hint. I don't want to let others know about me that much.
I don't see how. They have senses too. Like, you just gotta.
No, that's cool. But if they don't I couldn't talk. If they don't know what I'm good at, what I can do, is that better?
Okay. Well, then we
Yeah.
need to go outside.
To the secret room.
Yeah.
I don't think that room's soundproof. I don't know.
That's
Titus
why-
can say if it is or not.
No, it's not soundproof. That's why I was like, maybe we can, meet together in a rooftop or something and talk.
I love that this is a thing. Anyone who wants to meet with Talon has to be
Except
able to
for
get in a
me.
roof.
I can't do that.
I will never meet you.
Pretty much.
I'll call the top of my fucking tower, but I won't meet you. Refuse.
Unless there's stairs, I'm no good.
Yeah, same.
Anyway, I don't think Titus has any means of just popping around places, so we'll just kind of casually walk outside, probably find a spot.
There
Just
is
be
like
fine.
the roof of the bar as well.
Okay.
It is actually has like two sits. One of them has like a sit. Actually, two of them are like very comfortable seats.
Wait, what? You have seats? You have seating on your roof, like a
Yeah.
patio? Okay.
Oh, okay, so it's accessible.
Mhm.
Okay.
This place is accessible, yeah. And Titus will inform when Amber gets away from patient, someone will inform her that like they're in the upstairs, they're in the roof.
Okay.
And he
And
looks
I'm
at Ta-
literally just trying to hand patients drinks. And literally trying to just lie to her that these drinks smell like flowers. You should try them.
Titus.
This page is just like, I want to be nice, but I can't drink that.
You
Is
need
Patience using the Blush of Life right now?
I mean, if there's other people in bar, you probably would have. But that
Yeah.
doesn't-
I mean, you'll keep it down for a while.
yeah, that doesn't mean she's willing to. Am I ready to mark off some vitae for Blush of Light? Yeah, life.
Titus is gonna like look at Talon, and he's gonna say, "Why the fuck I feel like my heart is burning?"
Heartburn.
Here's some Tums.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry, I could not.
And he's like
No.
gonna kiss Talon because
Whoa.
it's romantic.
Oh.
I'm kidding. After I saw
My
you,
spidey senses
my
go
heart
up,
was
I'm just
burning.
up there, like fuck you doing.
Talon's in the shadows, running far, far
It just
away.
came out of left field.
It was a joke, of course, but like
I
he's
know.
basically like pointing at his heart is like it's like warm. It's insanely. I saw it as like nightmares of like place that's like on fire all the time. It's dark. Nobody can see it except me.
Welcome home.
That's me.
In a sense.
How can I go home?
Depends on how forceful you want to be. You can always step into your, we'll call it your other self for now. You can always step into the other half, but you'll lose touch of what's around you here. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And if we're sitting, he'll actually like give you this look, and it's like you might want to practice this, like it's important.
I will.
If you want to go there properly and not just connect to it, you have to open a door essentially. You have to find the path. Talon's a woodsman, so he'd be like, if you want to properly go there, you'll have to find a path.
What's the path then?
Oh boy.
Basically, how do I open a path, man?
We'll say it's snowing, and he's gonna demonstrate. 5, 6, 7. So yeah, straight roll 5d10. Greater than 7. Hey, so for 2 turns, Talon's lair is officially on your roof, and you see him in his horror form, and he's merged, and this is home. This is a path. Being a beast and all your fancy primordial dream senses, you have at least a general sense of what just happened.
Mm-hmm. He tries to enter with him if he allows him.
In order to enter the lair like this, you have to leave, quote unquote, leave the scene, leave the area, and end up in an adjacent chamber. And I'm pretty sure you want to
okay.
stay on the roof.
Yeah. So you stop him probably then.
Yeah, it's just like relax, just enjoy the show.
Okay.
It's only for 6 seconds anyway, so don't worry about it.
He looks at it and he nods.
You can bring pieces of your home in the real world, but bringing the whole thing is difficult. But you understand now?
I do.
This is what we are.
So, you know, I look like a bit of a piece of shit when I wear sunglasses at night. I was very
Mhm.
angry in the prison, and like I felt justified in what I do, what I did to someone, and with the look, the guy died.
You must have been full, but threatened.
So is it
So-
gonna happen all the time?
There's some steps you have to take to do that. It's not something that just happens. Did you touch the guy or just look at him?
Look at them in
You
the
must
eye.
have said something.
I said, "You deserve this."
Oh. As our words carry power. Some of us wield it differently, but just keep that in mind, that you have to invest a little effort. It's not just gonna spontaneously happen. You must have been pretty emotional at the time.
He nods. It was one of the guys who burned me.
Understandable. Oh yeah, it's noon, so she's gotta go. I mean, that's pretty fitting anyway. She kind of
Mhm.
like went off with Patience, gave her some drinks, probably had something to do, so it's not gonna break the scene or anything.
The Titus takes a deep breath and he says, "I'm I always feel like there's something itching my ears, like more."
Well,
More
there's a little
for-
more to you now. And that little bit more to you has needs.
Hmm. Okay then.
When you put power behind your words, when you
So.
kick the door in,
are you
as it
gonna
were,
end in about an hour? Because I
you're
gotta go over to RG's Market. So I'll
feeding
probably way
your
over that.
it feeds off of fear.
Nothing.
He nods.
You don't have to hurt people,
Yeah.
you know. You don't need to
Worried me for a
cause
second
harm
there.
just for a bite.
Tension
I
right
was very
now, huh?
angry at the prison.
Don't get me wrong, the other side,
Wow.
it's happiest when you kill.
Yeah.
There's no way around it. But that doesn't mean you have to resort to that. And most of us don't.
You know, Manly, yesterday you said that you solve your problems always with violence. To be honest, I don't. I'd rather people, I'd rather not solve all the problems with violence.
It can be hard for people of your family.
He takes a deep breath and he says, "But like you get to use your environment. You know, you become a product of your environment, and the prison is just a hell." And like I said
He
yesterday,
nods like he understands.
like I said yesterday, sometimes the people who I work with doesn't understand anything except I don't yell. They just do what they want.
Oh, bullshit.
Just because you're loud and people listen doesn't mean you're respected. If you're respected, you won't need to raise your voice to be followed. There's
That's
more.
true.
There's more to society, I've learned, than
Sounds to me like they're
than just
trying to
might.
fuck you.
We're not hunting animals out here. We're taking part in something bigger than ourselves.
So yesterday, Andrew was saying there's like the big ass dude called Apex Predator. What's Apex? How does someone become Apex?
That's
remember
an endeavor.
Okay, his daughter,
The
Ellen,
journey to being the apex is a long one.
granddaughter of the owner.
They exert control
So I
over the
know
entire
who it is.
hive.
Pretty sure I know who it is that owns it.
You don't have to be a part of the hive, but it has some benefits. And then you probably have this look like, what the fuck's a hive? So he
I'm pretty sure I know.
gestures to the city around you guys. You're on the rooftop after all.
Mhm.
And the hive is the culmination of what we find ourselves in. Those who break minds, shatter them, leave them ruined, or leave many in their wake, or many where they tread.
What
The
happens
apex
when-
walks with heavy
Go on.
feet.
Oh, sorry.
The apex is essentially the heaviest, leaves the heaviest footprints, we'll say.
He's a T-Rex, huh?
You could say that. Sometimes literally.
I would have kicked.
Oh, let's see. Out of character. Can he like bring his form to the world? Horror form at will?
What do you mean? Like Titus? Can he just
Mhm.
bring his horror form? That's what
Oh,
you're
yeah,
doing by
that's
calling your lair down. It only lasts for a couple turns, but
Okay.
it's similar to a werewolf's war form, right? It doesn't
Gotcha.
last very long, but you get some benefits. The only reason mine lasts so long is because I'm spending satiety on a merit called Trapdoor, which is in the player's guide. And
Okay.
that has its own drawbacks of, great, you have this door that's open that you can't close.
Okay. I'm willing to learn, man. I'm willing to learn.
That's good.
You seemed a bit like offended yesterday. Still taken
Mm,
back by my presence.
my family prefers more subtle approaches. Where you might open the door
I just had to put you on
with
my-
your boots,
That way I could-
I watch through the window from a distance.
Oh, shit.
We're just very different styles
Okay.
of monster. But I also don't approve of violence for violence's sake.
Oh, I just missed this.
It's one thing to put consequences to actions. It's another to just lash out like a tantrum, like a child. That's why I didn't
No, they'll try and fuck you
really
up.
get along with the wolves in the woods, because they strike me as
They're just the
petulant
assholes.
children, always ready to tear each other's
I
throats
know
out.
who you're dealing with. I know the people.
It just seems so
They're just fucking douchebags.
pathetic, like short-sighted, you know?
Anger makes you short-sighted. I know that. Happens to me all the time, and I get angry.
I mean, we suffer from a similar affliction, but we can at least practice discretion when food is abundant,
So I know who it is.
but they don't have that luxury, and I find the cost to outweigh the benefit.
I don't know what to say. I'm a bit hot-headed. Not gonna lie, but there's more than me to just being a hot-headed fool.
When I
At
said
least
I
that's
know
what
who
I
it
say
is.
about me.
Time will
No,
tell.
no, I'm talking about.
It's been a long time. I look forward to
serious fucking-
seeing how you've grown and where you go. Speaking of which, I'm gonna mark him with needs must.
Me.
Okay. Do you like spam say shitty for that or something like that?
Yes,
This is money.
and you briefly see his horror again,
What did you
just
do?
kind of looming over him.
What's this?
As he says that, as he's like, look forward to seeing how you've grown and where you go, that's when you see it just briefly flash. But almost like it's about to eat him, because it's a big skull. And just keeping an
They
eye
said
out.
they were.
Are you like claiming me as one of your own or some shit like that? Pissing on
Nothing so
me.
crass. Nothing so crass. Oh, that's right. I can use willpower because I'm in a resonant place after using all those searches.
Okay, man.
Alright.
Thank you, though.
If you're ever in trouble, well, he'll hand you this white feather. Break this.
Okay, I will.
But only in emergencies. I don't want to come rushing to find out you just had a bad date.
I don't tell people if I had a bad date. Don't worry. What do you think I am?
I'm just fucking with you.
And just because I fail to flirt with your friend, it doesn't mean, I always have those things.
Talon's attempted humor. Well, anything else?
No. Not yet. I will ask you more, though.
It can be a lot to take in.
It is. Also, like, I already told you yesterday that there's some stuff going on with me. And some, game officers.
I find it strange.
Why?
Most of us know what we are. We have a recurring dream, if you will. And eventually that dream swallows us and we wake up what we are. You're a bit unique with your spontaneity. I suppose
No,
I've always been
got you
explosive.
my headphones.
Not like this, but it's just like the dream I saw was. You didn't see a face. It was a feeling. The nightmare I saw, it was just more of a feeling. You know, you can't understand what you see,
Mhm.
but you know it's there. That's why it was worst. At least to me.
Those of us that find ourselves in this predicament,
Oh, crap.
we
So it's new and exciting.
take care of one another.
Guys, get
Titus nods.
You kind of get the feeling it means more than just
furnace.
Titus, Amber, Talon, like peace in general.
Our land.
As I said, if you need me for anything, let me know. Even if you need someone to be there with you for something.
Was the last time.
Understood.
I'll go down and check out what Amber and Patience do. Would you like to come downstairs?
Yeah, I suppose we've let the girls do their thing long enough.
Guys, we'll see. I gotta go. My mom's calling me for something. I don't know. I'll be right back, okay? Like I won't be back probably soon, but I will be around
Oh.
for like half an hour.
Half an hour? Okay. Because
Yeah,
Anthony
sure.
was about to bump in.
God damn it! Fuck.
You're fine, man. You're fine.
Yeah.
We'll just
See
keep
you
it
guys
going
later.
for half an hour. It's fine.
Maybe I will come back in half an hour then. So, see you guys
Take
later.
care, man.
So, yeah.
Amber's gone. Patience is probably just like
He's sitting there
floating
like,
around.
by a bunch of fucking drinks and just confused. She just put these here and then left me.
She
Whether in shit you take.
she's a bold spirit.
More
I
law.
don't know what to do with them. Can you drink them?
I'd rather not. I've had enough. I've had my fill. Come on, let's get you home.
Oh yes, I can show them my forest. You like forests, don't you?
I grew up in one.
That's right. That's the forest thing. Well, that's nice to know. Okay, come on.
She'll like hop off of whatever bar stool she's sitting on. I just start heading for the door, assuming you'll follow.
Are you actually going home? And like showing off your garden?
She'll like take you back home to the giant fucking
Mandragora.
yeah. Well, it's weird because from the outside it looks like one of those modern terrarium kind of things.
Mm.
Like big ass terrarium. It's just a giant fucking like fishbowl kind of thing with an entrance. And inside is just a shit ton of like it's basically like a fucking fairy wonderland in there. Like there's forest, there's flowers and shit everywhere, and
It's pretty.
it's pretty, but it's definitely not what most people would assume is a safe place.
That's fair. That's fair. He just kind of takes it all in, like a company we keep is expanding
Yeah, how you
rapidly.
A lot of old faces.
Talon's probably. I know Amber was like, "You're that weird one we made fun of," but Talon probably wouldn't have made fun of you because he's just as weird, just differently.
Talon's becoming the normal one in the group, which is the weird part.
Somehow, yeah. Why? Like, it makes no sense. Well, I mean, it does, but it's just like, how did we get here? The whole time he's like internally shaking his head, like, how the fuck did I end up here?
Is this how normal people are?
Because he has no idea about society, so he's just like, am I gonna keep running into crazier and crazier shit?
You're Gotham, yes, you are.
So yeah, he has his own internal conflict going on. Just WTF printed on his mind.
Well, if you give me a few minutes there, old man,
And-
I'll be on my way. I'll call you just before I leave.
Regarding old faces,
Okay, I'll see you then. Bye.
we'll see if it's a good thing. I'm hoping so.
I think so. Some of them. We don't want to see the Riddler again.
Oh, I
That
doubt
face
we
was
will.
saved. Well, I want to show you around. I'm not gonna show you downstairs because I think there might be naked people down there right now. Maybe. I'm not sure. Sometimes there are, and sometimes they have clothes on. It's weird.
But she's gonna like take you around in the giant fucking place, and she's gonna show you the waterfall, show you where there's like a flower field in the middle of like a circle of trees, and just very
If Talon had touchstones, he'd probably take this little forest terrarium as a touchstone.
Yeah.
But he'll bring it up to Patience. Like, if it's all right, I'd like to maybe come here more often. You know how people can be with
That could be nice.
earthy endeavors.
I don't get a lot of company. That'd be nice.
You never did.
Well,
Talon's a curious one, and you're like this fantasizing, check it out a reality person. So he's like, "Yeah, I'll come here once in a while and check things out."
as long as you don't hurt anything in here,
The Earth
come
is.
whenever you want.
Oh, pardon me.
Even if it's like daytime outside.
and she like wrinkles her face saying daytime. She's like, yeah.
I understand. Some of us just have a connection with the Earth. Hard to
Nature-
find in a city like this.
Nature discriminates. No, that's not right. People's natures discriminate? Something about nature and discriminating.
He's like taking it all the plant life and everything. He's like, it's not the forest it came from, but it's a little patch of something familiar.
Little patch of something that could easily come from a fucking changeling lair.
That too.
The fruits, the hand things,
And she like points to a tree with with like the Buddha's hand fruits coming.
Yeah.
they're edible. I wouldn't recommend it. I can eat them, so I don't know what that'd do to you. If anything, it might not happen. We can try it out.
If you can eat it, I'd rather not.
Yeah. Honestly, I just think they're pretty.
They have a certain charm.
I like to. Sometimes I like to find people
She's like giggling the entire time she's trying to say this.
and like bad people, not good people. Bad people like bankers. And I'll let them loose in here, and then I'll turn off all the lights so it gets real dark, and I just see them piss themselves. Because it looks like the hands are like reaching out for you when it's dark. It's very fun.
This is why we're friends.
Knew you'd understand. Nobody likes bankers.
He'll chuckle. He's just like, there's a lot of humanity that could be cut loose.
Yeah. I don't.
Thankfully, I don't have a humanity role for casually discussing mass murder.
Nobody said I was killing them. She said I'm making them piss themselves.
Talon's just like, yeah, we could probably cut the fat.
So yeah, welcome to my abode. It's not a boat. Is it a boat? No,
No.
no, it's not a boat. That's silly.
Well, Talon hands you a feather.
Sure.
Should your home be defiled, should you be in true danger, and he's like trying to impress the importance of this because he knows she's not all there. If you destroy that feather, I will do my best to aid you.
How much destroys destroy? Like, can I have it in my hair and go to bath with it? Would that be fine? Or is that destroying it? Because I don't want it showing up in my bath. No offense.
You have to actually break it.
So snap it in half, eat it. Dust.
Well, eating would take a while, but
Not sure I can
snapping
do
it in half would be probably enough.
Okay.
It basically needs to cease to exist.
She's gonna like pat her non-existent like where there would be pockets if she was wearing fucking like jeans or something.
Like, I need to give something to you then. Yes.
He kind of like leans into Patience. This will be our secret, understood?
Of course. I know a lot of secrets. People don't think I do.
I'm sure you can keep a secret. You know what happens to people who can't.
They get chumped.
Snitches
I think
get
that might be
stitches.
why I got it first in the first place.
He's coming off fairly cavalier, but you get the feeling that he's like his true nature. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find something for you too. It's not gonna be magical like that, but oh, I know.
She's gonna walk up to the aforementioned tree and just fucking break off one of the
Put his hands.
one of the fruits. Just hand it to you.
Here, in case you ever end up with one of us being real mean,
Very well.
shove that in their mouth.
How long does this even keep?
I don't know.
It's just like, oh, well, I can come here when I need to. I appreciate it.
You can come and get a new one if that one rots. I don't know if it will. Maybe. Maybe I could learn how to make it not rot. Ooh.
He'll just shrug and like we can probably end the scene there
Yeah.
with them just catching up the way weirdos do.
Yeah.
All right, so Patience and Talon hang out in a Kruak Mandragora garden, just trading old stories like that.
Talon the patient sitting in a tree.
Oh no!
ITING.
Oh man! I feel like that's the least crazy relationship that would happen so far, which is insane.
Talon's just the kind of guy that would be
This
able
is the
to
kind of campaign
deal
we're
with
in. Yeah.
Like, yeah, my friend is crazy. What's it to you?
Well, I'll do the outro. So that was another night in Gotham. So childhood friends meeting up again. Some good old Stand By Me shit. So, thank you for playing. Thank you for watching. Until next time.